Hello everybody, this is Tim here again in another video, this time for a review for the Conjuring 4, The Last Rites. Implying to be the last one, which I highly doubt it. I even believe they've already kind of announced another one. Even when you watch this movie, it really feels like they're trying to hand it off to like the daughter and her boyfriend that's going to be her husband or whatever. I think the character's name was Tony. And just to jump into the film, if you've watched the Conjuring franchise, at this point you should know like what these films are all about, especially if you've watched all the other films up until now. There's a new demon or whatever. He's trying to attack a family, and then the Warrens, played by Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, have to show up and kick the demon's ass and get it away from the family and take the cursed object or whatever that the demon has like attached itself to and put it in their museum. Now, in terms of like the Warrens in real life, I've said this before, I don't believe any of their stories. I think they're completely full of shit. And on top of that, I don't really believe in like demon possession or anything like that anyway. So, and the fact that these stories are like so extravagant or whatever, they just feel like bullshit when you watch them. So I look at these just as films, I guess is what I'm getting at. The last film, Conjuring, like the devil made me do it, the third one, I remember not minding when I first watched it. And I think it was back when I did like 1 to 4 star reviews. Now I do 1 to 5. Upon like thinking about that movie over the years, I haven't really rewatched it, but upon thinking about it over the years, it's probably more of like a 2.5 star movie, more of like an alright time waster. I do think it's easily the worst of the 4 Conjuring films. This one I would say from 1 to 5 stars, I'd give it a 3. I liked it, it was good. This was a good like demon possession movie or whatever. It's not a great film, but in terms of the Conjuring films, I thought this was a good one. I'd recommend this if you're a fan of the franchise. You should watch this, and if you're a fan of the franchise, I'd be surprised if you haven't watched this already anyway. Just to jump into the film, you got like this demonic mirror, and you got a flashback of these two people playing like young Patrick Wilson and young like Vera Farmiga. The guy who plays young Patrick Wilson, his acting is kind of okay, but he does good. He's fine in the role because he doesn't really get to do much. The chick who's playing young Vera Farmiga, I thought she was actually good. They found like this demon-possessed mirror or whatever, and it like tries to like take Vera Farmiga's baby that she's pregnant with, which is the character of Judy that we've seen in the other films, and this is the one where she's kind of the oldest. I think this movie takes place in like 1986 or something like that. But yeah, and she goes into like labor and has the baby. I will say this, like later on, when it skips to like present day and some random family's got the mirror, when it actually shows one of the like the creature is like commanding like 3 ghosts, like the ghost of some dude who killed like his wife and his grandma because her grandma because his wife cheated on him. It's like using them basically to torture the family. But when you actually see like one of the ghosts or whatever, I think it might be like the ghost of the grandma or something, is like using this toy doll to like mess around with the kids, and then she kind of like puts it down. You see her face, and she's like, you kind of see it in the trailer. It looks really silly. I will say overall the acting in the movie is good. Nobody's bad here. The people who play the family, they're good. The guy who plays the dad, he's fine. When you get into the movie, like I saw the twist at the end like kind of coming. It's pretty obvious that because when the Warrens get there, they're like, well, what did this demon want? It's been doing this for months. You know, why hasn't it possessed anybody yet? But you know, it wants the Warrens' daughter Judy. It never really explained why it really wanted their daughter. It just kind of did. I guess maybe because she's psychic, maybe it can like use that to some way or something for its personal gain. It never really explains why it wants their daughter. It just does. I guess just to get at the Warrens, maybe? I don't know. But at the end of it, they manage to like take the mirror and they're trying to get it out of there. And once again, Ed does another like exorcism type thing or whatever. And they save the daughter and they stop the demon from coming out of the mirror. And the mirror even cracks a little bit. And I like the fact that they all got to kind of work together as a family, because the mom's not been wanting to get Judy involved or whatever. But then they all put their hands on the mirror to like hold it back, while they're all like, you know, reciting passages from the Bible, and it stops the demon. And then at the end, it shows them putting the demon mirror inside their museum. It's a simple type movie and simple type premise of just basically a haunted house thing with a demon possession thing thrown in, like The Exorcist. Just like all the rest, really, where they've had to do like demon possessions at the end of everyone. I really was hoping that they would have made a story about that possession of a werewolf spirit or whatever, or the spirit of a person who was a werewolf is like trying to possess somebody. I was really hoping they would have made that one into a movie, just because it would have been something kind of different, but still would have fit to like that kind of possession mold and stuff, you know. But no, they just kind of play it more of the safe route here with another typical demon object or whatever, which I get. Maybe they didn't want to break too far away from the formula by going like with a werewolf or whatever, because they kind of broke a little bit away from the formula with the last movie, and a lot of people didn't like that last one. But I think it's more about the execution of that one than actually them going away from the formula. One of the things I liked about Conjuring 3 was the fact they went somewhat away from the formula. But yeah, overall, this is a standard Conjuring film. Like when the demon mirror thing is like messing with the family, like this one girl pukes and like a shard of glass comes out of her mouth. It was a good moment, good scene. Overall, it's a 3 out of 5. This was good. I liked it. If you like the Conjuring films, I see no reason why you wouldn't like this one. It's just another Conjuring movie. It's well acted. It's the directing is fine. There's way too many jump scares, but overall, for what it is, for the acting and the likability of Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, this was good for a Conjuring film. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again.